book explores our compulsive desire to consume by examining the psychological roots of excessive buying and offering strategies to resist these temptations. We investigate why humans are naturally wired to want more than what's beneficial for us, diving deep into the impulses that drive our consumptive behavior. In a world saturated with consumerism, the urge to buy feels instinctive. We shop to celebrate, to soothe, or fill emotional voids, seeking not just items but sensations, comfort, status, and identity. These impulses aren't accidental. Marketing strategies are deliberately designed to exploit our psychology, to ignite desires we barely recognize, trapping us in cycles of fleeting satisfaction followed by emptiness that drives the next purchase. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward reclaiming control. Taking back agency requires pausing to ask, why do I want this? Learning to distinguish between needs and wants, emotions and intentions. The goal isn't to eliminate pleasure, but to choose with deliberate awareness rather than reflex. We are more than consumers. When we pause, reflect, and align our spending with our core values, purchasing becomes intentional rather than compulsive. By doing so, we reclaim the power to define ourselves. Control doesn't mean restriction, but freedom to shape fulfillment on our own terms. In iconic shopping destinations worldwide, desire is carefully crafted through soft lighting and designer logos, creating immersive experiences that transcend mere retail. From Bangkok's air-conditioned elegance at Siam Paragon and M. Quartier, which draws the city's elite into glossy worlds of aspiration, to Paris's gilded Avenue Montaigne and the storied halls of Galeries Lafayette that serve as stages for haute couture dreams, each location is strategically designed to fuel consumption. London's Bond Street and Selfridges shimmer with curated sophistication, while Los Angeles's Rodeo Drive and The Grove blend luxury with lifestyle performance, demonstrating how this phenomenon spans cultures and continents. Whether it's the gleaming floors of Lane Crawford or the timeless digital appeal of Hermès online, these spaces create consistent experiences of elevated desire regardless of geography. Across these global urban centers, shoppers are not simply purchasing products. They are navigating a complex emotional and social ecosystem where buying transcends ownership to become transformation. In these carefully orchestrated environments, the act of shopping becomes less about having and more about becoming. As consumers seek identity, status, and belonging through their purchasing decisions, what drives this profound longing? What triggers this deep desire? Why does your heart race when unboxing a new Dior handbag or receiving confirmation for a high-end Dyson Airwrap? The answer goes beyond fleeting trends or clever advertising. It's rooted in something much deeper and older than surface-level charm itself. What draws us to a beautiful handbag, a peaceful retreat, or a well-designed space comes from an ancient evolutionary blueprint, an unconscious system designed to keep us aware of opportunity, status, and social importance. This instinct has been quietly passed down through generations, helping humans recognize what might improve their lives and social standing. This instinct affects everyone, but it's especially relevant to women who now drive most of the global spending across industries. From wellness to fashion, skincare to travel, women most often choose, influence, and shape what the world buys. To understand desire and decision-making is to recognize the feminine intelligence that has always known how to navigate change, not just for herself, but for her family, community, and culture. The ancient blueprint in modern form. In earlier eras, it was the woman who noticed subtle shifts in her environment, the one who sensed scarcity, opportunity, or rising competition. She was best equipped to adapt and thrive. Her instincts weren't ornamental, they were strategic. Over time, this inner radar evolved into a purposeful kind of wanting, not for excess, but for foresight, advantage, and resilience. As a result, the modern desire for a limited edition handbag, an exclusive wellness retreat, or a sanctuary designed for restoration is not frivolous. It is rooted in discernment. These luxuries are not just beautiful objects or soothing spaces. They are modern tools for self-definition. So, what are the modern signals to look out for? Think of how naturally we respond to scarcity and exclusivity today. The alert for a new drop, the early access pass, the invite-only experience. We are not chasing, we are tuning in. These are signals, not unlike the ones our ancestors responded to. Only now they come through screens and brands, instead of rustling branches or tribal shifts. This is also known as the layered knowing. And perhaps nothing embodies this layered knowing better than in the movie The Devil Wears Prada's Miranda Priestley. Her sharp, near-clinical reading of the cerulean sweater reminds us that no choice is ever just a choice. Beneath every preference lies a system of meaning, hierarchy, and encoded power. That handbag on your arm? It's more than leather and craftsmanship. It's a message, to yourself and to the world, about how finely attuned you are. Moreover, what might be labeled indulgence by some is for many women a deeply intelligent act of restoration. The instinct that once kept us alert to survival now guides many toward balance, beauty, and a sense of grounded control. Whether it's the stillness of a wellness space or the precision of a perfectly structured tote, these are today's expressions of readiness and self-command. In truth, our modern hunger for beauty, stillness, refinement are not a departure from our roots. Rather, they are the clearest, most elevated expression of them. Evolution has not erased our desires. It has refined them. To desire with intention, to choose with clarity, that is not only style, that is survival, reimagined. And it is women who lead the way. The pursuit of status. In today's hyper-connected world, the pursuit of status has evolved far beyond seeking convenience or customization. It has become a powerful, often subconscious force that influences and sometimes completely defines how we shop. We no longer buy simply to own things. We buy to become someone. This is especially clear in high-performance societies like Singapore, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. In these fast-growing urban centers, where economic growth is rapid and populations are increasingly wealthy, shopping has become a symbolic language. Cultural mixing and rising affluence have transformed consumption into something much more meaningful than just acquiring goods. This is a form of the modern peacock display. Like a peacock that spreads its colorful feathers to show dominance and attract mates, consumers in major cities use expensive objects to display their social and economic success. In these modern urban environments, luxury handbags, limited edition sneakers, and electric supercars work like antlers or bright feathers. They're displays designed to win admiration, respect, or envy. Consider a young executive in Singapore who buys a Patek Philippe watch. He's not just getting a timepiece. He's claiming his place in a world of timeless elegance and success. A Hong Kong professional choosing a Dyson hairdryer isn't just buying a grooming tool. She is showing her commitment to high-tech, elevated self-care. A Shanghai tech entrepreneur picking a Tesla or BYD isn't just choosing clean energy. He's displaying innovation and modern wealth. These purchases go far beyond their practical function. Each expensive item becomes a carefully chosen symbol that communicates the buyer's status, values, and aspirations to everyone around them. The experience economy. Beyond tangible goods, This status-seeking impulse also extends to other experiences: a weekend escape aboard a private jet, admission to an Ivy League institution, or membership to an exclusive wellness retreat. Each of these choices signals a higher tier of access, insight, and prestige. These experiences, much like the courtship rituals in the animal kingdom, are deliberate displays of superiority, refinement, and desirability. Consequently, these choices resonate as finely calibrated social signals, clear, potent, and instantly recognizable within elite circles. In essence, ownership has become a dialect, a kind of sophisticated, ever-evolving code through which individuals articulate ambition, belonging, and personal mythology. This brings us on to the psychology of display. Human behavior around luxury goods is rooted in established psychological theories. Once basic needs are met, people are driven by desires for esteem and social belonging, as referenced in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. While luxury purchases serve primarily as visible status signals rather than practical utility, this mirrors natural dominance behaviors, like an alpha wolf displaying authority through physical presence. The phenomenon of status signaling through luxury goods transcends cultural and geographic boundaries. Major global cities, from New York to Dubai to Jakarta, demonstrate identical patterns where specific luxury items function as a shared vocabulary that communicates success across cultures, whether it's Hermès handbags, exclusive club memberships, art fair access, or premium travel accommodations. While the specific luxury brands and status symbols may vary between different markets and regions, the underlying psychological motivation driving these consumption patterns remains fundamentally the same worldwide. The symbols change, but the human need to signal social rank and success through scarce visible goods is universal. Digital amplification. The modern pursuit of status has become much more complex with social media. Platforms like Instagram have turned possessions into performances and experiences into broadcasts. Even private wellness moments, like drinking a green juice, become opportunities to signal discipline and cultural awareness. What was once personal has become public content, designed for maximum impact. This creates an intense feedback loop where what we display shapes what others want, and what others want reshapes what we think we need. Like a mimic octopus that changes shape for its audience, modern consumers adjust their signals for maximum social effect. The pursuit of status isn't superficial. It's a deeply human, evolutionary drive. But unlike animals whose displays are fixed by nature, ours evolve with culture and technology. Today's status symbols are digital, carefully curated, and boosted by algorithms. Consuming is no longer just about owning, it's about performing, positioning yourself, and staying relevant, not just in the marketplace, but in cultural conversations. While this language of status can empower individuals, it challenges societies to balance personal ambition with collective well-being. In our rapidly changing global world. And so on to our final reflection. The question remains, are we the authors of our desires, or are we merely performing scripts written by algorithms, brands, and evolutionary impulses we barely understand? Perhaps the answer lies not in rejecting desire entirely, but in developing the awareness to recognize when we're being driven versus when we're truly choosing. In the end, reclaiming control over consumption is about reclaiming control over identity itself. That's it for this episode of Buyer's Desire. If you found this valuable, please like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe for more episodes. The full book is available on Amazon, link in the description, and see you in the next episode.